Hi soulmates, for today's class I'll be teaching you how to make this simple Bubu dress with a stylish bow tie design on it. So if this is something you like, please kindly hit on the subscribe button. So to make this dress, you need about 3.5 to 4 yards of fabric. That is if you're making it with an Ankara, but if you're making it with a crepe or a fabric that is by 60, you need at least 2.5 yards. Go ahead to open up my fabric and cut out the required amount of fabric I need. Just like I said, you need 3.5 4 yards of fabric if you're making with Ankara. So I'll just go ahead to cut out 3.5 yards for mine because I'm not too tall. Now what I'll do is to go ahead to fold it this way. That is, the border of each of the Ankara is going to meet each other, and I'll go ahead to pin this down. So I'll do this from the top to the bottom of the Ankara fabric, and you also want to pin it down to make sure your fabric does not move while you're making the dress. So I'll just go ahead to pin this down. After pinning down, to secure the edges of the Ankara together. After pinning down, the next step is to fold this again. We are cutting the front and the back together. So what I'll do is I'll raise the fabric and then pull it to meet the end of the other side of the Ankara. That is, I'm going to be cutting both the front and the back together. So this is what I have after folding mine. So I'll make sure that the edges meet and the sides also. Now we'll start inserting our measurements to cut our Bubu dress. Now you can also go ahead to pin it, secure the edges of the fabric from shifting. To start making this dress, I will go ahead to mark out my starting line, which is 1/2 inch at the top of my fabric. This is because you'll be needing 1/2 inch to join the front and the back of your pattern together. I'll place my tape and I'll measure my neckline. Now my neckline is about 3 inches, and for the shoulder, my shoulder is 14 inches. Divided by 2, it will give me 7. Now I'll place and mark my sleeve length. I marked the total length of my sleeve, which is 12 inches, but I noticed that it has a band, so what I'll do is to reduce my sleeve length to 10 inches, then add a band to make it up to 2 inches. So from here, I'll come down by 1 inch. I'll go ahead to connect that 1 inch to the neckline, forming my shoulder slope. So I'll place my ruler and I'll go ahead to connect. So after connecting, the next step is to place my tape at the upper part. I'll mark my shoulder to under bust, mark my shoulder to waist, then place my tape and measure 7 inches to get my hip point. For a much taller person, you can use 8 inches after your waistline to get your hip point. So I'll just outline those measurements that I have here. Under bust, waist and hip point. So this is the measurement I'll be needing. It's not like you're going to insert your actual measurement there. You'll be using one measurement, which is the biggest measurement on your body, which is your hip. If your bust is the biggest measurement you have on your body, you will use your hip. For my neckline, I'll be using 8 inches. Now, if this 8 inches is too deep for you, please go ahead to reconnect. But the neckline we had was a bit deep. So now for the back neckline, I'm using 3 by 1 inch, while the front is 3 by 8 inches. My sleeve opening, I'll be using 9.5 inches here, and I'll go ahead to mark. After marking this, what I'll do is to place my ruler and connect a straight line at that point. Then I will go ahead to connect. Let's insert our measurements. You need the widest part of your body. You're going to mark that and add extra 4 to 5 inches to your dress. I want my own to be a bit moderate, so I just marked 4 inches. I'm using my hip measurement divided by 4 plus extra 4 inches. I don't want mine to be too big because I'm on the petite size. So I'll just add 4 inches. So you can use 5 if you want yours to be as big as what we have on the thumbnail. So that measurement is what you're going to take all the way down. Now when you get to the hip point of your dress, you're also going to mark that. Now another thing I want to point out, that if you look at that dress, you notice that we have like a slight effect there for this particular bubu dress. So what you're going to do is you come in a bit by 1.5 to 2 inches from your hip line if you want to have that cowl effect from your pattern, right, on your own dress. So I came in a little by 1 inch because I don't really want to have much cow bubu effect on mine. I'm not really a fan of cow bubu. I prefer my bubu being straight. So I just went in with my hip measurement plus extra 3 inches instead of using that 4 inches. So let's say if you're using your hip measurement divided by 4 inches plus extra 5 inches for your bubu, what you do is just come in by 2 inches and connect it down so that you have that cowl effect at the lower part this way. So I just came in by 1. I don't want to have much effect on my own dress. So the next step I'll take now is to go ahead to cut out this fabric. So while cutting, please make sure to add ½ inch at the upper part, which will serve as a joining allowance for your dress. I want to add a pocket to mine. What I'll do is place my tape and mark 16 inches. That is slightly 1 inch above my waistline. So I'll just go ahead to measure 7 inches here. Then for the length of this pocket is supposed to be 10 inches. Then you add ½ inch for stitching, but my fabric is not enough by the side. It's just 9.5 inches or 9 inches or so. So I'll just make use of what I have and I'll curve it out. So this will save you the stress of going ahead to cutting and rejoining your pocket at this side. I'm just cutting it at once, then I'll go ahead to curve this out. So after doing this, what I'll do is to go ahead to cut this out. If you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead to ask. So I added ½ inch here, which will serve as a joining allowance to our band for the dress. Then after that, I'll just go ahead to cut this out. I'll cut out one neckline first, that is the back neckline. Then after that, I'll add ½ inch at the upper part. Then I'll trace this out. After tracing out, I'll cut out this area, then cut out the rest of this pattern. So if you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead to ask. After I'm done cutting that part, I'll now cut out the neckline of the front. So this is the back and this is the front pattern. So let's start joining from the back pattern. Now we're going to cut out a facing for this dress. So this is what I have. All you have to do is to place it underneath your pattern this way. So I'll just go ahead and I'll trace out the neckline of the dress. Now I'll open this up and I'll place it on it. I'll go ahead to run a stitch on it and fold out the edges. I'll also go ahead to cut out for the front pattern. I'll place this and I will trace out the neckline. After cutting it out, I'll open this up to the right side, then I'll take this pattern, place on it. I had to join my fabric here. So what I'll do is to place the neckline on it and I'll stitch the V area of the neckline of the dress. Turn it to the right side. So after stitching, I'll go ahead to notch this all the way around. Go ahead to flip it to the right side this way. Now what you're going to do is to go ahead to iron your hemming gum underneath it. You're going to place your hemming gum, which you're going to iron. This is to help it relax and lay flat at the back, and also to give you a neat finishing at the back of your dress. So add as much hemming gum that you need or require. I went ahead to sprinkle little water on it because I'm not using a steam iron. I'm using my regular iron to help it relax very well. Then I'll go ahead to iron down. So after ironing this, you'll be repeating the same thing on that of your back neckline. You're also going to notch it round, then use your hemming gum to iron it flat at the back of the dress. Now let's work on the design on the dress. What I have here is about 18 inches, and for the length I have 11.5. So that 18 inches, I felt it was too big, so I'll go ahead to reduce it. I reduced it to about 15.5 inches, so that I'll use half inch to stitch it round. Iron interfacing on the wrong side of one of the fabric you're using, then you stitch it all the way around. I'm using a doll face satin. You can use a crepe for yours. Now I'll just go ahead to cut out the excess. Now you notice on one side I left it open. That is where you'll be turning this from. And also go ahead, the fabric you're going to use for the bow tie round, this is so that it will relax very well. Now from this little space, I'm going to bring it out. Then after doing that, this is what I have. I ironed it and I top stitched it. Now this is what I cut out for the design. Now what I have for this length is about 4 inches by 31 inches, and this is the longest. For the shortest one, I have about 4 inches by 18 inches. So I cut this by 4 inches. So I went ahead to turn it to the right side. Now what I'll do is I'll place this. You want to mark where you're going to place this, and wherever you're placing it, you're not placing it straight, you're going to slant it a bit, right? So you see me, I placed the first one and I placed the second one on it. Now you want to decide where your second one is going to meet. That second layer is also where your bow tie is going to be. So what I'll do is to go ahead to pin this down. So from this point now, I'll go ahead to make a mark, because that is where your bow tie will be. So my bow tie is going to start like 13 to 14 inches after my shoulder. So you might go ahead to take your own measurement. What I'll do is I'll pin this down and I'll place this underneath it this way, so that by the time I stitch on the first one, it's going to hold this down, right? So let's go ahead to stitch on the sides of the first one, then stitch it a bit to where I get to the second layer of the strap, before we now put our bow tie and overlap it this way. After stitching, this is what I have, right? So I have gone ahead to top stitch it, then I'll place this here, then I'll pin it down. I'm going to be top stitching here and here, and I will now leave the other side free, so that way it's going to hold the bow tie. Then after sewing that, you want to pull this part more to the front. That part will be longer than the sides. Then you go ahead to place your pin, use it to hold it, because you'll be tacking it down. Then tilt this side a little, right? Just like I said, you move more of your bow tie to the center part. Then you can now go ahead to use your pin to hold this side. You'll be tacking it down a bit at both sides, so that it will not be moving when you put on the dress. Then I'll do that, then go ahead to join the shoulder of my dress with half inch. Now before joining the shoulder, I'm going to pin it down. That way it will be easier for me to join it. Let's go over to the sewing machine to do that. Now after stitching the shoulder and I turned it to the front part, this is what my dress is looking like. Now let's attach the band. So for my band, I have 4.5 inches here. So if you fold it out this way, and I'll go ahead to iron, place it and join it with half inch, then cut out the excess and weave it out. I'll repeat this at the other side also. Now after I'm done attaching my band, this is what I have. Now it's time for us to stitch this dress. Now to stitch the sides, all you have to do is pin your dress down. Now there's no much stitching to do at this point. You have to do is pin this, and you're going to run half inch all the way around from the upper part to the lower part, and repeat this at the other side. After doing this, you want to notch the sides all the way around so that it will relax very well. So after I was done stitching, this is the final result of my dress. If you find this video very interesting and educative, please kindly hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and join us on our next video. Thanks.